discuss another most famous novel of Henry James, that is The Wings of the Dove. So, The Wings of the Dove is 1902 published in novel by Henry James. It tells the story of Millie Thiele, an American uh, sorry, hair says stricken with a serious disease, and her hairless, okay, and her effect on the people around her. Some of these people befriend Millie with honorable motives, while others are more self-interest. So the plot summary is the Katie Croy, and Martin Dempsey are uh, sorry, two um, betrothed Londoners who desperately want to marry but have very little money. Katie is constantly put upon by family troubles and is now living with her domineering aunt, Maud Lauder. Into their world comes Millie Thali, and enormously rich young American woman who had previously met and fallen in love with Dempsey. Although she has never revealed her feelings, her traveling companion and confidant, Mrs. Stringham, is an old friend of Maud. So, Katie and Aunt Maud welcome Millie to London, and the America here is enjoy great social success. With Katie as a companion, Millie goes to see an eminent physician, Sir Lucas Street, because she worries that she is suffering from an incredible disease. The doctor is non committal, but Millie fears the worst. Katie suspects that Millie is uh, deathly ill. After the trip to America, where he had met Millie, Dempsey returns to find the heiress in London. Katie wants to Dempsey to pay as much attention as possible to Millie. Though at first he doesn't quite know why, Katie has been careful to conceal from Millie and everybody else. Okay, that she and Dempsey are engaged. So, with the threat of serious illness hanging over her, Millie decides to travel to Venice with Mrs. Stringham. Aunt Maud, Kate, and Dempsey follow her. At a party Millie gives in her Venice Palazzo, the older Palazzo barber called Palazzo Leporelli. Okay, in the novel, Katie finally reveals her complete plan to Dempsey. He is to marry Millie so that after her uh, presumably soon to occur death, he will inherit the money they can marry on. Dempsey had suspected this was Katie's idea, and he demands that she consummate their affair before he will go along with her plan. Aunt Maud and Katie return to London while Dempsey remains with Millie. Unfortunately, the dying girl learns from a former suitor of Katie's about the plot to get her money. She withdraws from Dempsey, and her condition deteriorates. Dempsey sees her one last time before he leaves for London, where he eventually receives news of Millie's death. Millie does leave him a large amount of money despite everything. But Dempsey does not accept the money, and he will not marry Katie unless she also refuses the bequest. Conversely, if Katie chooses the money instead of him, Dempsey offers to make the bequest over to her in full. The lovers part of the novel's final phase with a cryptic exclamation from Katie. we shall never be again as we were. The inspiration of the novel, so Millie is based on Minnie Temple, so James' beloved cousin who died from tuberculosis. In this autobiography, James said that The Wings of Dove was his attempt to wrap her memory in the beauty and dignity of art. But as he also said in the preface to the New York edition text of the novel, James had to prepare the situation that was to occupy Millie for the last months of her life. He established the background of Katie and Daisy's inability to marry because of a lack of money. Literary significance and criticism that The Wings of the Dove has one of the strongest critical position of any of James' works. Although James himself sometimes expressed dissatisfaction with it, in his preface to the New York edition, James spent much time confessing to supposed faults in the novel. Defective structure, characters not as well presented as they could be, and a general failure to release his initial plan for the book. While the large critics have regards these faults as venial and non-existent, instead they have concentrated on the central characters and supporting cast and the technique that James uses in their presentation. In 1998, the Modern Library ranks The Wings of the Dove 26 on its list of the 100 best English language novel of the 20th century. So that's all about the novel, The Wings of the Dove.